Okay guys, we've got a special video for you today, but before I do start that, I just want to say that I do have a newsletter that I've actually started very recently, literally. Actually, do you know what? I think I just started today. So if you want to sign up, it's completely free. The link is down below in the description, and we're just going to send you we're not going to spam you, just bi-weekly or monthly, just some quick tactics and instructions before we release them here. Pivotal players, FIFA top tips and current meta, some couple of things that we're going to release. So if you want to sign up, link is down below in the description, free to sign up, just sign up with your email. I've just started doing that, and Neil's Nerdy Niche is what I've called it. And I just thought, it'd be a good way, because I shared a lot of my information with media outlets. I'm sure many of you guys see me on The Sun, newspapers like that, and Reddit, of course, but I think we're going to do this formally. So the main thing is tactics. Now, what is going on with his weekly tactics and what do you need to know? So if you've been actually watching my videos and not skipping the tactics videos, you would probably have known what we've been doing. The tactics videos are pretty much set in stone now. There isn't really much to change. Think about this carefully. If I wanted to milk this, I could deliberately keep some tactics and never release them towards the end. But of course, most of you guys, I know I'm not that kind of guy. So for example, this one here is complete. The 4-2-3-1 and the 4-2-4 are probably not going to be changed until the very last day of the year. Also, equally, for example, here I think in my opinion, the 4-3-2-1 and for example here the 3-5-2 are probably the two of the best tactics inside the game. But what we have done, and this is for me, okay? But what we have done is, and we've already discovered this kind of 2 months, and unless the gameplay change with the January patch or there's some significant change, there's a few updates here and there. Like you see, we used the 4-3-3, we got rid of it, and then we put slow build up play on the 4-2-3-1. So there can be small minor changes here and there, and that's what the Friday videos would be at. But what we're trying to do is, with these two slots, we're trying to have multiple different formations. So, one narrow formation and one much wider formation is what we're trying to achieve every single week. And the idea behind that is to give you guys variety. And what do I mean by that is, now this is very important. If you really want to become a top tier elite player, this is very important for you. There's going to be some formations like the 4-5-1 no one is going to like. Maybe 10% of you, but you're not going to know if you don't try it, okay? Now think about how the 3-5-2 meta was made. I've been crying this formation has been meta for the past 4 years. No one listens, well, you guys do, but one pro player uses it, then everyone flocks like sheep and uses the 3-5-2. Same with the 5-2-1-2, same with basically almost every formation that I made, same with 4-back, everything that I've suggested. A lot of it, some of you guys trust me, of course, you use it, but if I don't say something, let's say a formation like the false nine, it's a good formation. I'm not saying it's one that I think you need two strikers in this FIFA, but 40% of you guys will like this formation, and there could be, for example, one of you that's using the 4-2-2 and you love that formation, but someone might not like it. So the idea is we want to branch these two formations into multiple branches. So you can choose between here the 3-5-2, the 5-2-1-2, the 4-3-2-1, the 4-2-2-2, the 4-2-2, the 4-4-2, any formation. That's the idea we want to have. Then once you have, so let's say I put the 4-2-2 here in. Normally I'll go with one wide, one narrow. And let's say, for example, next week here I release the 5-1-2-2. Let's say in theory, if you like the 5-1-2 more than the 4-2-2, then just keep that in that slot, but just use it for that week. There's not that much to play for in Foot Champs anymore. No one really cares about rewards. You're not going to be getting that much, so don't worry about it too much. Just have fun and enjoy it while you're at it. But the key thing is finding what works for you, and that's the main thing we want to achieve here. Because last year we started this series from scratch. We were testing things out. We're trying to find the fine tune for the average player. We did that, and this we've done it early on, and there's no point in me just pretending to long out this series for no reason. And that is why we're going to keep updating these with new tactics and new styles, but within reason. So if you're thinking I'm just going to release any formation, like I'm not going to release, for example, like I'm trying to give an example, like a 4-5-4-1. It's a very defensive formation, but I'm not going to release this in the attacking slot. No, I'm still going to release meta formation and meta tactics, variations of those tactics, but I'm not just going to release nothing for the sake of it. That's not my style. I'm sure you guys know that already. But what we're also going to do is we're going to try out other pro players' custom tactics. Because people always say to me, you know what, no, I see a pro's tactics and they have something like this, and is this the actual tactics? Are they lying? No, they're not lying. This is the tactics that they use. I tell you this week in, week out. The problem is if you give this to, like, let's say if I use this formation, or you give this to an elite player, or you give it to a pro player, they would be fine with this because they don't need to use, they know how to use L1 triggers. They know how to manipulate those players manually. But an average player will not need to. That's why you might need to use position loss, because they can't press with the teammate contain and the manual switching themselves manually. You may need to put fast build-up play because they're 2-star. You may need direct passing because in the final third, they don't do L1 triggers or player locks. So these things are there, and you may need to, for example, reduce the depth and the width because they get countered too easily. So a lot of what pros give you, they're 100% correct. So what we're going to do is we're also going to try out pros tactics, slot them in, but I'm also going to give you my variations and revamps of those pro player tactics. So let's say, for example, we'll start with text, we'll go with text, I don't know, whatever it is. Let's say it's probably going to be something like this, I can imagine. Maybe something like this, I can imagine. I would say something like this is what I would probably say. Something like that. I'm just taking a guess, I've not seen it. Maybe you might have direct passing here, DP in the final third. What I will do is then use a tactic, show you a gameplay, and then I'll make some adjustments so you can use it for the average player. So like if you're like the idea is if you're like Division 4, Division 3, you use the tactic, it takes you to that Division 2, or it helps you get that extra couple of wins. So that's the idea behind tactics. But the truth is, if you're not good at the game, how is tactics going to save you? Example I always give you, if I give my grandma the fastest Formula 1 car that's ever existed, do you think she's going to win the race? She might just zoom past everyone in the first corner, but she's going to get killed. Why? Because everyone is going to go past her because they know how to brake, to change gears. I think she knows how to drive automatic, that's about it. But that is it. So tactics are there to give you the difference. It makes up 30%. If you don't know what you're doing with tactics together, it could make up to 60% difference if you don't know what you're doing. But let's say, for example, you're a Division 5 player, it'll be 30% of the time. But is it going to make you become a rank 1 player just like that? Well, no. Because if you give a rank 1 player all balanced tactics, they're still going to get rank 1. If you give them this tactic, they'll get rank 1 regardless. If you give a Division 5 player these tactics, they may get, for example, rank 3. But if you gave them a blank canvas, all balanced, they may only get like rank 5, rank 4. So you have to understand is tactics are there to elevate you. But if you're doing nonsense like running out with your centre backs, breaking your back line, you're going to lose regardless. So if you're sitting here thinking, oh, Neil, I lost 5 games in a row, it's a tactics fault, it's 100% your fault. The truth. I mean, no other creator is going to say that because they want you to like them, but I'm just going to tell you the truth. It's your fault. So you have to understand the limitations of yourself and understand what you're doing wrong. But I just wanted to make that video just to give you a bit of an insight of what we're doing or what we're trying to do. We're trying to find a perfect tactics for everyone because everyone has their own play style. You know me, I don't cross the ball. I don't shoot outside the box. Does that limit? I don't use skill moves. Does that limit my gameplay? Yes. But I don't mind because I'm still good at the way that I play and I enjoy playing the way that I do. I don't like shooting outside the box. RNG is like a random pop shot for me. I don't like doing it. But there's someone out there probably only scores with crossing only. And that's the thing you need to understand. Everyone has a different play style. Some people abuse the meta. I don't teach that nonsense. We don't teach no broken mechanic abusing because that's not football. But everyone has a different play style. It's important for you to note that. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. That is why video like formation at the 3-5-2 are really going to be there. There's going to be some formation that we won't really release on the YouTube channel. We might release here and there, so you can subscribe to the newsletter. I'll probably release some here and there that I don't think are meta, but they may suit your style. And maybe some real life tactics. But link will be down below in the description if you sign up my newsletter. It's completely free, by the way. And the first issue should be coming out maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Take ease, of course. Catch you next time. Peace out.